Hi everyone. Oh, that's the wrong way. There we go. Welcome to what I'm prepping today, which is basically just gardening stuff for next year. Most of us prep our stuff and put it in mylar, mason jars and everything like that. And one of the best ways to be a real prepper is to do it through plantings. So what I have here is on the bottom is wood chips, top is peat moss and perlite. I did not mix in any food. If I did, it would either have been compost or something organic like this, which, by the way, if you're into any type of gardening and food, these different brands of organic foods are on clearance at Walmart. They are about 66% off right now, and this is October 21st. So the reason I'm not putting any food in there is because I'm planting seeds. Seeds come equipped with everything they need to sprout, and these are pawpaw seeds, and that's what I'm putting in here. I am also going to put some in there. Not sure which ones are going to do better, but after I'm done putting them in here, then I'm going to cover it with this saran wrap, which I bought at Sam's Club because it was a humongous roll for really inexpensive, and I have since thrown the box away, and I will never buy this huge roll again because it is so inconvenient. And sometimes there's a reason you don't buy a lot of stuff. Anyway, I'm going to get these started, and then all I did here is put 12 on an outside ring and 6 on an inside ring, and then I'm just going to push them in to cover them up. I don't want to push them in too far, just enough to be covered with the dirt. So I pushed them all in just a little bit, and then I took leaves, just whatever I have around, and crumbled a little bit of those there, and then I did one in each of these, and I've labeled them. That says "Whoa Betty," because that's what I'm naming this pawpaw. And I put paw on the other side because I know it's paw. I don't need pawpaw there. And then I got these from the Greenhouse Mega Store, and that's where I get all my pots from. And they're located in Ohio, maybe. I'm not real sure. And even with shipping, they are cheaper on pots that I've gotten from Amazon as well as eBay. And then I just use this garden marker pen. Out in the garden, I actually have one of these written on with Sharpie on one side and garden marker on the other, and it's been 1.5 years, maybe 2 years, and they are both still holding up very well. I wanted to see which one would hold up better because this is $3 and the Sharpie isn't that much. So now I'm going to water these just a little bit. I don't want to. The thing with a pawpaw seed, if a pawpaw seed dries out, it's done for. So you don't ever want to dry them out. So these are going to be moistened. Oh, and just so you know, I am not a pawpaw seedling aficionado. Every time I've tried to grow pawpaws from seed, they die. So this video might not be a how to do it. It might be a how not to do it, although I have not tried this method before. Alrighty, so I'm done. I used my super mega sized 12-inch roll of saran wrap from Sam's Club. And I wrapped the 10 little round pots after I watered them with water. I wrapped them with the saran wrap, and then I put these in, which will kind of maybe hold it up a little bit, but not too much. In the spring, when I see growth, and if that growth starts to hit the saran wrap, I will take all of the saran wrap off And then of course keep it in a sheltered area. And in here, it's down far enough that if all 18 seeds sprout, I will again, they'll be a lot bigger than for these. They might not even sprout this spring. Some people have told me that pawpaw needs yet another winter to seed. Other people with groves had said, yeah, that's not really true. So I'm just gonna label it. I think I'm gonna put the year on here as well, just so I know when it was, in case that other story's true about needing yet another year. So now I've got them in my little cart there, a gorilla cart, which broke when we were putting firewood. My son had firewood in it and he pushed it to go backwards and he cracked it. So my husband put a piece of wood on the front and the back, and it worked fine. And now underneath it's broken, so when you go try to push it backwards, this part here wiggles a little much, and it needs welded, and he'll do that. So right now I'm going to take these out to the back and find a place for them where the squirrels won't find them. Yeah, that'll happen. Okay, I'm taking quite the circuitous route because I can't go in a straight line anymore. We had the barn, the little barn, painted, and all the siding is still sitting there against the ladder. I'm supposed to be saving this for my friend who is building small cat houses for feral cats, and so we need to get over there. So actually we can go through here, but we can also just go this way too, because I am also earthing. If you don't know what that is, look it up. It's pretty cool. Let's see. Oh, well, about earthing, my dad used to get athlete's foot, and when he would get it, he would walk outside barefoot in the dew, and he said that was the best cure for athlete's foot that he'd ever found, was getting dew from the grass on your feet. So there's my grandson's swing, and they love it. Only I have to climb up there and take it down for the winter. And let's see. My husband just called today about getting a lift truck to remove this cherry tree. Normally he would just fell the tree, but it is right over top of this area, and he thinks that, well, he's probably right. He's usually right. Don't tell him I said that. Will fall here, and with our luck it would crush Big Paw Paw over there. But this is my messy area that needs cleaned up. So right now I'm looking for my other little bucket that I covered with saran wrap to grow. And I thought I put it right there. Where'd we put that? You know what? It's a BI getting old. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to... He said he's selling the truck, but I don't think he is going to. I think it's going to rot to death here. You know what? I'm not going to put them there. I am actually going to put them right there in that happy little spot. I love bulb Ross. Alrighty, there they are in their little spot. And I can give you a garden tour briefly if you promise not to laugh. Okay, so what I have here is a tree that should have been planted and probably won't recover. Good thing it came on clearance from Lowe's, and even though it was on clearance at Lowe's for $15 and only went downhill from there, Lowe's guarantees all their plants for 1 year. It's amazing. I had purchased from Lowe's one time about 48 vegetable plants, and I put them outside, and we had a frost that we weren't supposed to get. And so I called the store and I said, your plants are guaranteed a year. What about these tomato plants? And she's like, oh no, those are only guaranteed for like, a few months planting, blah, blah, blah. And I told her what happened, and I said, so those 48 plants, can I bring those back? I mean, I couldn't blame if they said no. She said, absolutely, you bring them back. And they replaced 48 plants. You hear that truck? So I can't wait to move. The highway is right down here. There's a church over there. The highways, you can barely see it through the trees, but it's just noisy here. When we're at the other place, there's absolutely no noise whatsoever. But anyway, yeah, so she replaced all the plants. So right here I have blueberry and blackberry that I'd love to be able to get into the ground prior to winter. I don't know that I will. Over here I got these blueberries on clearance and I'm going to want to plant those. These lamb's ears were growing wild. I love lamb's ear, but it kind of like you'll find it growing 30 feet away from where you planted it. It's crazy. But so I just potted it up. I can't stand to just kill anything. So yeah, just knocked this little one over. We dug up some periwinkle and, well, I was weeding and periwinkle came out, and yeah, I couldn't just let it die because I had its root in my hands. I gotta plant my hostas. This stuff is not getting done. Still have these plants in pots. You know that I sell plants, and so these were $2 plants and they never sold. So I moved them over to here. I should be picking, there's a nice jalapeno there. Let's see, oh, that's a nice pepper. Another jalapeno. Of course, the long ones. I'll probably just pull these and just chop them up and put them in the oven and make pepper flakes out of them. It'll just be a mixed pepper flake. It won't be too hot because looks like the hottest thing in it was going to be those long, thin hots. But there's some sage growing, tricolor sage. Have some trees growing over there. Some peach trees growing right there. Then there's some more things that I got on clearance at Lowe's that I want to just get in the ground. They don't have to be in their final place because these things will grow from cuttings. So if you are going to want one in a couple of years, I mean, get one, plant it, share it with your family, try your hand at growing it from cuttings. And there is, can anyone guess what that is? Yeah, you don't want to plant too many of those. Who can guess what that is? Tell me in the comments what that plant is. It's a tree. It's a beautiful tree. Tell me why you don't want one. And that's a baby mulberry. And I'm pretty sure that's a baby mulberry that I wasn't sure was going to survive. Pretty sure that's a mulberry too. I don't know why they don't have labels. I think these are ones that volunteered and I wasn't sure, so I put them here. So here's some eunominos. No idea what they're called. Eunominos. I know what they are, but I don't know how to say it. Emerald green eumomias. Yeah, okie dokie. More hostas, some holly, boy and girl. Some little spruce, I believe that is. And then here I do this too. I'll find something and I'll just say, hey, see if you're a little happy in there. And then these are what, Canadian hemlocks. Gotta love the Canadians for their hemlocks, right? This is my husband's favorite tree. And some arborvitae, and I'm pretty sure those are spruce. There's another look at the peach. That's a purple leaf peach that gets tiny white peaches on it. They are so good, but that tree is hard to keep from getting scale, I believe it is. Here's the mother of all pawpaw trees. I love this tree. I did a tiny bit of pruning on it this year because I'm pretty sure it flowers only on new wood. So I have to, although I finally got Pawpaw to grow for me, I'm still not an expert. I just planted it, and I tell you what I do know is you keep it moist. The best way to keep it moist if you're lazy and don't want to water is with mulch. And I've got a lot of mulch under there. And, well, cardboard. You guys know I do cardboard prior to mulch. And clean cardboard. I will take cardboard out of a dumpster, but it is not going on my dirt or on my grass. I'll put it right on. If you wanted to do this, you could put cardboard right on top of that and then mulch. But I won't put the cardboard on the soil, on the dirt, for the worms to eat until I've removed every label. And if it's a sticky, gooey label, I will use my razor knife to just peel off a little piece of the cardboard so that the entire label comes off. I'm a terrible camera person. And then I will take off every bit of tape, and that goes into the trash. More periwinkle and a peach. So these peaches are really tasty, but I think that's some sort of disease. Oh, you're ready. Let's take you. How about you? You coming home with me? Yep, you are. So a woman who came to buy some peach trees from me told me how to tell if your pears are done. You don't pull them from the tree, you just twist them up like you saw me do, and if they snap off, they're done. So that one's not done cooking yet. But that's it, and I kind of once again digressed, but I just love being out here. Oh, look at this plant. It's been over sideways for so darn long, it started to grow up sideways. I'm just terrible. I love being out here, and then I get sidetracked and I can't come out for days on end because of other things to do. And what I need to do is start treating this like my job, and other things have to fall by the wayside. So many of us, oh, I couldn't, we all say I couldn't make a video for a few days because I had to work, my workload was heavy, or this needs done, but I got to go to work. Well, you know what? This is pretty much, since I have not been able to bring home a paycheck, this is pretty much my job. So that's what I need to do, is crack down on myself and get this exclamation point, question mark, asterisk stuff done. So that's it. I hope the yard walk wasn't too boring for you, and I don't blame you if you skip through it again. Here's another stack of free wood chips. These ones have been here for a couple of years, and so they're still not dirt yet, but they're getting there. They're breaking down real nice, and sometimes I dig in there and it's still warm. Weeds. Ashes. Why did he dump those ashes there? Told him I don't want those there anymore. Oh, why did I could say men don't listen, but you know what, I don't want to offend anybody, but anyway. So then this is that unscreened topsoil that I'll never buy again because I pulled dirt and stuff out of it, and this is after I screen it. I was going to make a screen, and I did buy the stuff to make a screen, and I never got around to making it. So this is crazy. I was at the Goodwill store and I saw this and I'm like, are you kidding me? That's perfect. So there you go. I just put all that's down there, put it through here, and this is what fits through there. And then if I'm going to use it for anything special, I'll put it through this deep fryer basket, which guess where that came from? Thrift store. So see, then I would throw that away, and there's so much of this in there that I don't just throw it out into the yard. I'll put it in there, and then I'll dump that all at one time. Video's getting too long. Sorry. Be blessed, guys.